Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. Well, it's February the 5th, 2024. And I'm going to have my first meal of the day. It's almost at 12:30 in the afternoon. It's been a while since I've eaten. I ate about right around 5 or 5:30 last night. So it's been about 19 hours. I am hungry. I'm not starving. I am hungry. So I'm going to have some lunch. Now, I've got the rest of my Spanish rice that I made a video on. And so I've got this much left. And I have two refried bean and cheese burritos here. So I'm going to put those. This is going to go in the microwave. This is going to go in the air fryer. Now, I do have some lime cubes. I've got a few lime cubes left in the freezer, so I thawed out a couple of those, and I'm going to put some of this on my Spanish rice because I think that would be tasty. And I have a jar of salsa my daughter made, and you can see it's got carrots in it. This is really good. This salsa is a little bit on the sweet side. It was a different recipe she tried, and it's pretty doggone good. So I'm going to pop that open, and I'm going to have that on my refried bean and cheese quesadillas. So this shouldn't take too long to make up, and I'll come back, we'll plate it up, and I'll show you what we got. All right. When I froze these quesadillas, they split here at the fold when they got frozen. So next time I will probably put them in a pan with just a little bit of oil and heat them up. And then before I build them, and then that way I think they won't split. But they're fine. They're still delicious. Now I've got my lime juice here. You can see there's a little pulp in there. I'll put that over the rice. This rice was so delicious. If you've never tried it, you should. I'm gonna, these are hot. You can see the refried beans and the cheese is underneath on the bottom. I'm gonna put this on there. Now this salsa is so good. It was a recipe she tried. It's got carrots in it, and it actually makes the salsa kind of sweet. It's almost like a sweet and sour. It's really, really good. Really delicious. Put a little lime juice on there. Put some salsa on there. It's kind of sweet. It's sour. It's zippy. Nicely zippy. And there it is. That is my lunch, my first meal of the day. I'm going to enjoy it. What do you think? All right. I'll come back when I'm going to do supper. And don't forget, this is part of the Pantry challenge. And this is my 36th day. And come on back and I'll show you what I'm going to have for supper. Keeping it simple. That's the way to go. Okie doke. It's about supper time. It's going on 5:30 in the afternoon. So I'm going to make myself some supper. It's pretty simple. I've got 3 chicken thighs left. I started out with 5. My little dog got 1. And I got 1. So I have 3 left. So I'm going to heat up one of these in the air fryer, just like I did yesterday. I don't know. I have a tiny bit of barbecue sauce left. I might put that on there. I don't know yet. I've got the leftover green beans. They had butter in them. That's why they look like that. I opened a can of carrots. So I'm going to heat that up. I'll eat part of that. And I brought up from the pantry, this is a jar of pickled beets and onions that my daughter canned. So I'm going to open that up. And I love pickled beets, so I thought that might be tasty. And that's it. So I'll bring you back when everything is done and I plated it up, and I think it'll be delicious. Okie doke. Here's my carrots. They look delicious. I like canned carrots. I think they're really good. And especially when you cook them longer and then you put a little butter on them, they're awesome. I've got the rest of my green beans here from last night's supper. I don't want to waste them. Look at me having 2 vegetables. Woohoo! Okay. Now then, I've got my pickled beets in a dish, and I have to tell you, I took a bite, and they're, well, awesome. They're delicious. Now, I didn't put any barbecue sauce on my chicken thigh, but I did sprinkle a little bit of lemon pepper on there, because when I initially baked them in the oven, I just put salt on them, because sometimes my little dog eats it and I don't want her to have all that other stuff. So anyway, these are already seasoned. These are seasoned. I've got my pickled beets. I think that looks awesome. And I'm looking forward to sitting down and having this meal. If you live by yourself like I do, don't hesitate to take, for example, chicken, if you get a good buy on it, pork chops, whatever it is that you get a really nice buy on. And don't hesitate to cook in quantity, because you can just heat up your oven once. You can make enough for several meals. And if you don't eat them in that week, just put them in a bag and freeze them. And they're perfectly fine. They're great. And you can do so much with chicken like this. You can do a lot with it. Just let your imagination run away with you. Okay? All right. That's it for me today. I'm going to sit down and eat my supper. This ends my pantry challenge day 35. And I'm going to enjoy this meal. If you like what you see, I know it's not very exciting, but if you like it, you can like and subscribe if you like, and share, because it might help somebody else and it helps me. Also, be sure and comment. Let me know what you're doing. What are you eating? You have any ideas? How are you using your leftovers? That is always helpful to everybody. All right. Okay. I love ya. And as always, you know that little is much when God is in it. Okay? All right. I love ya. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.